Good evening, everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Gavin, and you're watching Pirate News Weekly. This week in world news, tourists in Waikato, New Zealand, including 9 Americans, were enjoying the countryside scenery when a dormant volcano unexpectedly erupted. A video shot showing several people going into the crater of the volcano and several seconds later came rushing out with a giant smoke clouds plummeting 12,000 feet into the air. The volcano claimed 5 lives as of now, and no one knows what happened to the rest of the people, including the American tourists.
Switching over to lighter news, Rosa Parks has been honored with a new monument in her hometown of Montgomery, Alabama. 64 years after the historic rights activist Rosa Parks took a stand on the bus, she's been finally given her own statue to represent her successful spark in desegregation. Many citizens of Montgomery have rushed to visit the statue and pay respects for her dignity and life and civil rights. On to more local news. In Portsmouth, Winterfest has been raging on since the opening day on November 29. It features events such as ice skating, snow tube slides, Candyland Express train rides, Vendor Village, which happens to be very tasty, carriage rides, meeting Santa, face painting, live animal nativity, and more.
Visit www.friendsofportsmouth.com, which holds all the details of when and where these activities will take place. Check it out before it ends on December 29th.
The SOC Assembly took place today. Let's go to Colson with the details.
The SOC Division II Football All-Star Assembly took place this Friday. Award winners from Wheelersburg are Micaiah Matthews, Evan Horsley, Gavin Welch, Blake Richardson, Brady Warner, Hunter Ruby, Gage Atkins, Caleb Johnson, and Coach of the Year Rob Woodward.
Thank you, Colson.
In other news, congrats to Paige Besko, who was selected to perform in the Ohio University Honor Band from December 5 to December 7. She was one out of approximately 120 students from across the state who were chosen to audition to participate. She got to play trombone in a concert band led by the director of the OU Marching Band and learned a full program of challenging band pieces in a matter of 2 days. The event concluded with a final concert on Saturday, December 7th at OU. Some fellow Berg Band members even went to support her.
The Wheelersburg High School Student Council has launched their annual coat drive that began December 2nd and is going to go through December 18th. Collection boxes have been placed throughout the elementary, middle, and high school. New or gently worn coats will be collected, and we will also be collecting gloves, scarves, and hats. These donations will go to a local shelter. Make sure your donations are in by December 18th.
Once again, seniors who are eligible for scholarships, make sure to check the website for scholarship info. Some of the deadlines are closing in. If you are applying for the scholarships, check the deadlines to make sure you can still submit your applications on time.
Also, students interested in peer tutoring can join us study groups in Miss Oppie's room, 3418, from 2:45 to 3:45 daily for all subjects. Lastly, the annual Christmas concert featuring mixed chorus, vocal point, and band will take place on December 18th at 7 p.m. at the high school. That's all we have for over here. Now let's go over to Austin with local professional and college sports.
Thanks, Gavin. In college sports, Ohio State played Wisconsin last Saturday in the 2019 Big Ten Championship. Ohio State got off to a rough start, being down 14-0 for most of the first half. However, a fake punt sparked the shift in momentum down towards the Buckeyes, but a fumble by Justin Fields completely flipped the possession of the field. Both teams would score a touchdown within the final minute of the half, making the score 21-7. The Buckeyes came out hot in the second half, scoring a touchdown with the first 2 minutes. A quarter later, Justin Fields would throw a pass to wide receiver Benjamin Victor. He put several juke moves on multiple Badger defenders for a nice gain, which then led to Fields throwing a touchdown pass to KJ Hill. Defensive end and Heisman candidate Chase Young would dot the I on this game by stopping the Badgers on a 4th down attempt and helped the Buckeyes earn the number 2 seed in the college football playoffs. This number 2 seed was right behind number 1 LSU. In addition, the Ohio State basketball team won 106-74 against Penn State. Now let's go to Ryan Bishop with the news on local sports.
Thank you, Austin. Congrats to the boys basketball team for their win over Valley last Tuesday, winning with the score of 69 to 46. The girls basketball team also had a game this past week, defeating Oak Hill with the score of 49 to 34. For those who signed up for indoor track, practice is being held at the school Monday and Thursday and at the track every Tuesday and Friday. That's all for us over here. Now let's go back to Gavin and David.
Thanks, Ryan. Now for this week's highlight, where we highlight a club weekly. This week it's mock trial with Emily.
All right, my name is Evan Wills. I've been the coach here at Wheelersburg Mock Trial for 5 years, and I've probably got about a decade of total mock trial experience so far.
I am Tanner Preston, and this is my second year of mock trial, and I am also the co-captain of the team.
I'm Rachel Davenport. I've been doing mock trial since I was in 7th grade, and I'm also the co-captain of the team.
My name is Eric Keefus. I'm an assistant coach, and this is my second year with the program.
Mock trial is a academic extracurricular where we take case material that's provided to us by the Ohio Center for Law-Related Education. It always tackles a constitutional issue that is reflected in current events. We form up a team consisting of a prosecution and a defense. Students take on the roles of attorneys. They write questions. They write their opening and closing statements. They write everything, and they act and they become attorneys for this case. Other students take on the roles of witnesses and make these characters three-dimensional and come to life. And we go into competition and take on our opposing sides from other schools.
So my favorite memory is when we got announced as the district champions, because we had just been told that we moved on to regionals. We were all really excited, and we thought that would be it. And then they said that we won, and we were all jumping up and down and going crazy. And Ashley Smith, who was a senior last year, she just started crying, and it was a really amazing experience.
I believe that we do have strong leadership on the team. I think that's one way we're successful is our leaders, we really take charge of ourselves, and we get work done. And I can tell, like, this team this year and last year, we're all very competitive and we want to succeed. So that's just our driving force, and our leaders just help get that even further.
Most about the team we had last year was its level of commitment. It was a successful team because it prepared to be successful. It wasn't just weekly practices. Eventually it was practices Saturday and Sunday. A lot of the members had practices throughout the week at lunch, and I think that commitment paid off, and that's why we were successful.
Going into this year, obviously right now we have possession of the traveling district championship trophy. First and foremost, I would like us to hold on to that and add our name to the trophy for another season.
Yeah, the expectation always is to win. We prepare to win. We want to be competitive, and we don't have to lose that trophy.
Anybody can do mock trial. It can be people who really love to act. They can really make witnesses roles great. Or it can be for anyone, and you don't just have to be somebody who does like academic teams to be in mock trial. We have a huge range of people who do volleyball, swimming, quiz bowl, science bowl, anything like that.
I have to agree with Rachel a lot on what she said. I mean, the way this team is, we have a lot of jumbled of people, and outside of mock trial, it doesn't seem like we would have something in common. We come together to perform something truly great.
I think what Tanner means by that is we all come together and we work together really well, and we just make the team fun.
This team is at its best whenever it is the students, the team that really puts it on their back to arrange practices to make it happen. That's the cool thing about this team when it's at its best, is just the amount of leadership and drive that's generated by the team members themselves.
Thank you, Emily. Now to weather with Chase.
So from us this week, we're mainly going to be seeing rain on Friday and Saturday with just a spot of sunshine on Sunday. And then it's going to be back to rain and a potential of snow on both Monday and Tuesday. Monday is going to be a high of 38 with a low of about 32, and a high of 48 with a low of 23. And then for the rest of the week, it's going to be mainly sunny and cloudy.
Last week, we asked if people were more of a night owl or an early bird. 72.7% of people said they were a night owl, while only 27.3% of people said they were an early bird.
Thanks, Chase. Before you go, we have one more thing. Do you prefer real or artificial Christmas trees?
The question of the week will be sent to every student email, so make sure you check it out and drop your answer in the Google form.
Thanks for tuning into this week's broadcast. I'm David.
And I'm Gavin.
And this has been Pirate News Weekly.
Audio Jungle.